you hold the Indian flag at the finishing line, and that is the only moment I think all runners wait for. And for me, I was representing women. I said, if at my age a woman can do, that means she'll be much more confident. So many younger women will get inspired. I can't let my women tribe, fail.
Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Aditya Birla Capital Wellness Ambassador Series. I'm your host for today, Anubha Jain, and today we are in conversation with Ms. Sujata Sugriva. Sujata has recently completed the Comrades 2024 run, which is considered to be one of the most difficult ultramarathons on the planet. She ran 87 kilometers in 11 hours 36 minutes. So let's have a conversation and understand what her experience was like today.
2023 August, I decided I want to do this journey. So my practice started from 2023, and so this involves 3-4 dimensions. I just ensured that I will meet my physiotherapist to understand. She did my gait analysis, which will tell you which muscle of yours is weak, which muscle is strong. Secondly, I went to my nutritionist to understand what kind of food I should eat, what kind of food I should not eat. I should have muscle and not too much fat. And then, of course, my running coach I have, who told me that I have to manage my mileage. So combination, and more than anything, which is very important, 2 dimensions. One is I spoke to my colleagues, my manager, and then of course my family, where I said this is my dream and I need your support. So I think it is a holistic approach and just not an approach of completing the running part. I would have spent a lot of time with my coach asking where I will falter. Thirdly, I practice long runs of 60-65 kilometers. So we were few friends where we had a scientific way of approaching, saying that at this elevation, because that kind of elevation in South Africa you don't have anywhere in India. Max somewhere little close could be Satara from Bombay. I have to keep Bombay as the central point. So when we ran the 65 kilometers, I was only observing where am I failing, what are my highs, what are my lows, and what was my pace then. I had to then mirror that pace according to the elevation of Comrades Run. And I'll say I'm nowhere close to what it requires. And for me, I was representing women. I said, if at my age a woman can do, that means she'll be much more confident. So many younger women will get inspired. I can't let my women tribe, fail. So it was, overwhelming thoughts. And those 5 months, I was fairly obsessed. I have color printouts of the elevation route.
Right.
Posted all over my house, and I would visualize that every day for 5 months.
So after all of this prep, how was the D-Day experience for you?
To be very honest, Anubha, I was nervous. My husband accompanied with me to cheer me, and I think I was asking him, every 20 minutes will I be able to do the run. I was confident that I did the mileage part of it. So for example, every month from Jan, I clocked about 200 kilometers. So by May, I would have done more than 1,200 kilometers. So that was not the issue. The issue here, the challenge here in Comrades is that you have a cutoff of 12 hours and you have 7 cutoffs in between.
Okay.
So let us say if you complete 3 cutoffs, but in the 4th cutoff you don't make it on time, you go back. And during running, however, you are not sure whether you'll get a cramp. So one should be very, very careful. And yes, I was nervous. I was sure about my endurance part. And every time my coach and my husband would say, definitely they will see me, at the finishing line. I was nervous, but once it started, I think I was confident. My first 40 to 45 kilometers really went like a breeze. So I got transferred in Jan, and for Comrades you start preparing from Jan. Yeah, Jan to March, is our planning and budgeting session. April and May is our appraisal session. So because you're in the new business, you want to, come up the curve faster. You have to spend time at work. And you also have to ensure that you complete your mileage and you do your strength training. For women, strength training is extremely important. I have to put in a lot of effort than probably a man can do at my age, because the physiological makeup is different. What is going to differentiate me is only my grit and discipline. I had to ensure that I will reach home by 10 o'clock at any cost, so that I will get up at 3:45, complete my mileage, go to the gym, leave to work by 8 o'clock. There were many moments when I was not confident, and I would cry. And I would think, why am I going through this? Whom am I trying to prove? Just because I've announced to the world, am I doing? Or am I doing because I want to do? Or am I competing with someone? These were these moments that, that I definitely went through. So what I did is I created my own WhatsApp group with God as my partner. I said, listen, I will do the practice and you will run for me on the D-Day. That was the agreement. And all of my feelings, all of my thoughts, probably I poured into that WhatsApp group. And then I would ask, listen, if I'm going to complete successfully, I need a sign from the universe. So, Anubha, I was into running before my surgery also. So, probably I was fairly fit and I had my hysterectomy done. And I was very sure that I want to recover fast and get back into running. So, I asked my gynac, when will I start running? She said it is 8 weeks of rest, post which I can run. So she had 2-3 conditions. She said, A, you have to ensure that you don't put on weight, eat the right kind of food, take the right kind of rest. And I was having my walks. I think immediately the next day after the surgery, I started walking. And then I would walk every day. I was monitoring the food that I was eating. And of course, I was doing my office work also. Nothing stopped all these three. And after 4 weeks, I started doing my upper body exercise. So I was literally waiting every day when the 8 weeks will get over and I can, go back to running. Post 8 weeks, I went to her and she said I've recovered very fast than she anticipated. And 2 months after my surgery, I did my 12 hours running.
In this entire journey, how has the AB Multiply platform been beneficial to you and what value has you been able to get out of it?
If somebody has leveraged AB Multiply platform, I think it is me. I would have, before my surgery also, Anubha, I would have spoken to so many gynecologists because I wanted 2-3 opinions, asking whether the surgery was required and what will happen to me during the surgery, what will happen to me after the surgery. I spoke to 2-3 gynecologists because I wanted different perspectives and if I can get back to running. I think they're fantastic gynecologists were referred. Then my nutritionist also. As recent, I think I spoke to a hair specialist because when you're running, your hair gets wet and you wash your hair, and I started losing my hair even recently. Then I went to the Multiply app and I took an appointment, and of course she gave me multivitamins. So it's a great app. I see there's so much benefits that all of us, should be using, because look at the way the organization is investing into your health. It is just not physical health, it's also mental health. It is for us. And I will always say that if you truly love your family, if you truly love your kids, it's important that you take care of your health so that they are not bothered about your health, right? I keep repeating this, but it's very important and it's your responsibility, and you have an opportunity, you have a platform to talk to any specialist you want, and you get the best specialist. I would love to use.
After your experience, if I were to ask you to share one learning with our viewers, what would you like to share if they wanted to get on their own fitness journey or their own journey of some sort?
To everyone, I'll say it's very important to have your own purpose. Purpose which is beyond family, purpose which is beyond work, purpose which is beyond society, exclusively for you. It is okay to live. And running is such a sport that you wake up early morning, when the world is sleeping, you come back home and the world is still sleeping. So, and most of the marathons, I think 99.99 marathons are held on Sunday. So, your work really doesn't get impacted, so you can manage. It's important for you to have your own purpose. It may not be only running, anything. And for the women, I will say it's extremely important to be fit. Don't take your body for granted. Women love to sacrifice, saying, I'm doing so much for my husband, my kids, it's okay that I don't look after myself. No, it is not. Unless you are fit, you can't feel fit. So I will say you should have your own purpose and pursue that purpose.